va celebra 25 de ani de existență și, bineînțeles că în acest cadru ne pregătim de mai multe evenimente, între care și foarte multe dedicate actelor performative. Ceea ce aș dori eu să vă spun în momentul acesta, pentru a nu lungi foarte mult, este că avem aceeași structură ca și colegii noștri din Italia, de exemplu. Suntem parte a Ministerului Austriac al Afacerilor Externe, brațul cultural, dacă doriți, al acestui minister și în ceea ce ne privește, scopul nostru în România este acela de a... Este un lucru care va merge, nu se întâmplă nimic altceva. Scopul nostru este așa de a întări cooperarea între actorii culturali români și actorii culturali austrieci. Ceea ce... Lasă așa. Stinge. Ceea ce putem noi să facem, cred că acesta este cel mai simplu mod de abordare. Ceea ce putem să facem. Putem să intermediem colaborarea dumneavoastră cu entități din Austria, că este vorba de entități la nivel central din Viena sau de entități care se află în landurile federale. Nu este niciun fel de impediment, ba chiar încurajăm actorii culturali români să colaboreze și cu instituții, diferite entități, ONG-uri, asociații, instituții publice din landurile federale. Este un lucru pe care dorim să îl încurajăm și dorim să dezvoltăm în anii ce vin. Putem să colaborăm cu dumneavoastră în ceea ce privește aducerea unor companii teatrale din Austria aici. Putem să înlesnim realizarea de workshop-uri. Putem să înlesnim realizarea de colaborări legate de partea științifică a activității dumneavoastră. Doriți să invitați experți, doriți să invitați, știu eu, cercetători care să vină și să lucreze cu dumneavoastră, cercetători austrieci, din orice parte a țării, dați-ne un telefon, suntem acolo ca să vă ajutăm. Putem să suportăm cheltuieli de cazare, onorarii, transport și așa mai departe. Ce nu putem să facem? Nu putem să sprijinim traduceri, nu putem să sprijinim editare de carte. Nu avem voie să facem acest lucru. Acestea fac parte din programe speciale care țin de Cancelaria Federală sau de Ministerul Culturii din Austria. Nu țin, din păcate, de Ministerul de Externe. Ceea ce putem să facem însă, dacă aveți asemenea doleanțe, este să vă ajutăm să intrați în contact cu instituțiile din Austria care vă pot oferi asistență și ajutor în acest domeniu. Ce mai putem să facem este, așa cum spunea și Joachim puțin mai devreme, să contribuim la crearea unor coproducții. Nu putem să coproducem și nu putem și nu avem voie să organizăm noi personal niciun fel de eveniment. Ceea ce noi putem și suntem autorizați să facem este să lucrăm întotdeauna cu câte un partener român. Spre deosebire de colegii de la Goethe Institut sau cei de la Institutul francez, pe care îi veți auzi imediat, noi nu avem voie să producem propriile noastre evenimente. Toată activitatea noastră se desfășoară și trebuie să desfășoară în parteneriat cu dumneavoastră, într-o colaborare atât financiară, cât și științifică sau de concept sau de conținut pe care o elaborăm împreună. Nu vom produce niciodată evenimente individuale. De exemplu, de aceea suntem în momentul de față unul dintre partenerii foarte fideli ai Festivalului Național de Teatru și a Unitărului, deoarece toate evenimentele pe care le propunem, de exemplu, în acest festival, și anume cele două expoziții, expoziția pe care o puteți vedea în sala cealaltă, cea la care vă așteptăm în această după-amiază la Teatrul Odeon, cele două performance-uri online pe care le avem, sau atelierul de fotografie, toate sunt organizate cu sprijin financiar din ambele părți. Cu cea mai mare plăcere și cu cea mai mare bucurie vă aștept să stăm de vorbă. Dacă aveți propuneri de artiști, propuneri de instituții cu care ați dori să colaborați, suntem la dispoziția dumneavoastră. La anul, în ceea ce ne privește, vom colabora deja cu parteneri de tradiție ai noștri, cum ar fi Teatrul Național din Timișoara, care este, dacă doriți, primul nostru interlocutor la Timișoara, cum este și Teatrul German, Teatrul Național din Sibiu, secție de limbă germană, sau putem să sau alte instituții cu care vom colabora, de exemplu, Teatrul Masca în București. De aceea, vă invit foarte mult să ne spuneți, dacă doriți să invitați anul viitor orice actori culturali din Austria și vă putem fie intermedia, fie ajuta să îi aduceți la anul aici. Mulțumesc frumos! Și dacă sunt întrebări?
Am eu o întrebare.
Da.
Când, dacă un operator cultural are o propunere, când ar trebui să vă contacteze? Ca un termen de calendar.
Aceasta este, în mod normal, ar trebui să vă trimit la site-ul nostru și să vă spun că sunt acolo 3 deadline-uri. Nu o să fac treaba asta. Și o să vă spun și de ce. Bugetele noastre, atât timp ca și cele ale colegilor noștri din EUNIC, se epuizează extrem de repede. Și profit de faptul că mă aflu în fața dumneavoastră să vă spun că ideea aceea a instituțiilor culturale bogate este un mit. Nici unii dintre noi nu avem bugetele pe care ni le-am dorit să le avem. Avem și noi exact aceleași probleme pe care le aveți și dumneavoastră. Ca să răspund la întrebarea Ioanei, cu cât mai repede, cu atât mai bine. În niciun caz, în ceea ce ne privește, nu vom sprijini decât în situații absolut excepționale un proiect care se întâmplă peste 2 săptămâni, 3 săptămâni, 4 săptămâni, 5 săptămâni. În cel mai bun caz, un mesaj, un telefon, un contact cu un an înainte. Deci, octombrie, august, septembrie, octombrie, maxim noiembrie pentru anul următor. Sau, dacă este vorba de un eveniment care se întâmplă în toamna viitoare, eventual între februarie și martie. O voi spune, ca să fie extrem de public acest lucru, bugetul nostru în momentul de față pentru anul 2024 este complet epuizat. Avem un fond pe care îl putem pune la dispoziție pentru diverse lucruri pe care le putem discuta. Dar dacă ar trebui să implementez toate proiectele pe care le am deja în portofoliu, și mă scuzați că această persoană întâi singular, asta este, mi-ar trebui încă jumătate din bugetul pe care l-am în momentul de față. Pe care nu l-am. Deci, căutați-ne, pentru că putem găsi soluții întotdeauna. Întotdeauna. Fie și cea mai mică și cea mai neînsemnată, dar să aceste soluții se pot găsi. Dar, și aș vrea din nou să subliniez și îmi permit să o fac, pentru că am uneori sentimentul că vorbim oarecum în deșert. În ceea ce privește Forumul Cultural Austriac, cel puțin, nici un proiect care vine cu 3 săptămâni înainte nu va mai fi eligibil. Deloc. Deloc, deloc. Știu că sună un pic ciudat, dar riscăm să punem în pericol colaborările cu actori culturali din România care vin și se prezintă cu foarte mult timp înainte. Și dorim foarte mult să arătăm ca un fel de mijloc de apreciere pentru cei care își iau ceva timp să vină spre noi înainte. Dorim ca acele finanțări să fie pentru ei securizate. Și atunci, vă invităm și pe dumneavoastră să ne contactați cu ceva timp înainte. Spun asta pentru că nu mai departe de săptămâna trecută am avut o cerere din partea unui operator din altele performative care îmi cerea să îi ajut neapărat pentru ceva care se întâmpla peste o săptămână. Nu există așa ceva. Nu poate să existe așa ceva. Acea colaborare nu se discuse atunci. Vă mulțumesc și aștept foarte mult întrebările dumneavoastră și suntem la dispoziția noastră pentru orice reclamații dorind să îndoiați.
It usually concerns independent small companies that are in touch with one operator, like one festival from the region. And they write to the Arcub and they say, look, I will come to the region. Can you help us have some more dates so the tour is more sustainable, so it makes more sense to travel and to develop in the region? And then the Arcub is connected with all the partners, French institutes in the region. And we try to develop things together with the other countries in that region. That also means if you want to invite somebody from France, you can tell us, look, we are planning on inviting this, and we write to that as well. We connect them with other partners in the region, and the idea is to have financing, like help in supporting the tour. Sometimes, very often, we get proposals, we receive proposals from our partners in the region. So if you are interested in entering this network of cultural operators, you can let us know and we will put you in the database and you will receive propositions of companies touring in the region and they can have a finance. Just to show you two of the companies that will tour for the next year. This is a company, Diptyque is a dance company, and Goethe Institut, also a dance company. Go is a theater for young audiences, and it's about martial arts. So it's starting from martial arts. Very interesting. And if ever you want to be in this network, let us know. There is a very open network, partners are communicating, it's very rich and vibrant and a good way to connect with friends and the region.
And this is mostly about performing that with no languages because it's obviously a challenge to work from Bulgarian to Turkish to Croatian or Romanian. So it's mostly dance, musicians, new magic? I mean, what doesn't imply language?
Another program is EFEXPO. This is a program that is organized by the French Institute in Paris, and it is dedicated to French companies. So there are French companies that want to have tours. They apply to this, and so if you are already in contact with a French company and you want to have more money to do the tour, the event, you can advise them to apply to this this program. And also for Teatroscope, and for this, it's about touring, but not only. It's also about cooperation. It's also about people transferring their knowledge and having workshops and developing projects together. So it's not only touring, it's just any type of cooperation between institutions, an institution and an artist, a scholar, any type of artistic cooperation, actually. Want to say something about it?
No, I think you say it.
And we...
Yeah. Just to highlight something, so as you may know, French and, let's say, West Africa, we have like huge connection. So, this was very moment, it's not a good time to say, but we have a history. Not so easy, but there is still something. And so we have an interest to promote the theater and the performing arts proposition from Africa. In fact, so since 2 years now, our colleague from Paris implemented a catalog of propositions from about artists from Africa, not only from West Africa, but also from the Central Africa also. So this is like, we got, 25 propositions, 20 propositions, I don't know exactly how many, in many different fields of the performing arts sectors, and it's possible to get supported to make a choice. So you don't have the choice, I mean, you have the choice within those 25 propositions, 20 propositions, I don't know exactly how many, and you get theater, you get, I would say, theater and digital art mixed together, you get circus probably, and dance that could be proposed. Music also, but and visual art, but I wanted to highlight only the performing and proposition. So this is possible if you have an interest. So when it comes from artists from Africa, the big problem is transport, of course, to come to Romania. So usually on this proposition, there is some extra support because it's always difficult when you fly from Congo or Madagascar or I don't know where in Africa. Of course, the travel costs are increased massively, so it's easier. You will get some extra support.
And just to show you how it looks, this collection, it's a document, a PDF document, and you have the description of the show, how long it lasts, how many people are available on tour, and you can download all the technical information and the artistical information, photographs and everything. It's like a package. And I'm explaining you that because there also was, and now there isn't, but it will be, there will exist a platform called La Collection, so the collection, dedicated to France. This is specifically dedicated to Africa, but our colleagues from the French Institute in Paris are currently developing a platform that has a similar idea. So a collection of easily transportable cultural products, if I may, that will be available for all of you to look up online and through us, the French Institute in Romania, have some additional financing to support them coming to your event. Another type of project is...
we have the same kind of proposition with our colleague from the EUNIC cluster. So we also can support co-production. And especially in theatre export, the idea is to invite some director from France, working on the French, not specifically the French one, someone who is working in French, active in French, and to make him work with companies, regular, permanent companies in theatre in Romania. So we have this example that was, I think, absolutely wonderful in Timișoara with the German theatre. They implemented work with Pascal Robert, very important director in France. So yeah, that's an example. It could be so this project can show, of course, because it's in German, but another project can also be implemented with the same idea. We invite some directors from the French scene, and we make them work with people in Romania, in national theatre, or in city theatre also. Yeah.
And I wanted to say, as Andrei said, that's maybe why I asked the question, to open the discussion. The earliest you start a conversation with us, the better it is, and the more chances you have for us supporting you. And also, as all our other colleagues, we love to be in the conversation. We love to be actively involved in your project. So we will cherish it more if you come with us open-minded and with wanting to discuss, rather than having already a fixed project that you really want to do. It's okay, of course, to have your own project and ideas, but the more open you are, the more solution you can find for your project. And lastly, I want to present, if I may, opportunity. We also offer, there are many things we can do together, so don't hesitate to come to us, to talk to us. But this is also something managed by the French Institute in Paris. Each year there are, what we call it in French, temps forts, particular landmarks, yeah, but like landmarks in time, particular moments, important events, actually in France, dedicated to more like some disciplines, where you as a professional can participate, and the French Institute in Paris organizes a professional trip. That means they arrange the accommodation, but also the program you will have there. That means shows, in your case, in a festival, and professional meetings. So this year we had a focus marionnette at the Charles-de-Mézières festival in Charles-de-Mézières. And there was also a focus on the Biennale de Danse in Lyon. But each year is something else. And usually we contact partners that we already have identified to ask them if they want to participate. Usually there's also a small financial involvement from the part of the partner, so it's not 100% covered by the French Institute in Paris. But if you are interested in participating in this type of professional trips, also let us know, and we will introduce you in our database, and we will let you know next time there is a focus. For each focus, there is like a selection made by the organizers, so we suggest some Romanian professionals, and they choose according to their own criteria.
In the field of theatre, the first thing I have to say, we are currently at Goethe Institut in Bucharest funding naturally small projects with local theatre companies in the framework of local productions. We have many of them, for instance, also inside the theatre festival. There will be the German National Theatre coming from Sibiu with a show of a piece of play from Jean Genet, and then we are also co-producing this. but this is local fundings, and we're also inviting currently every year some German shows together with Romanian festivals and also institutions to Romania. 2 weeks ago we had in the framework of the new festival, Festix, we had a German company here, and in Sibiu and in Timișoara we had this year also different shows. So these are the programs, I would say, where we have to address us directly, the Goethe Institute here in Bucharest, and we have also some cooperations with lectures of texts and presentations and so on. So we are currently very open to this kind of cooperation. So if you can make let's yeah, okay, fine, great. Yeah, so I tell you, it will be so first of all, I want to attract your attention to a program which is not from the Goethe Institute, but it's a European one. It's a big European program which is called Culture Moves Europe. And it's about, I think, 3 years, 40 million euro, and it isn't that known, this program. And it is meant to help traveling artists from different fields, not only from the theater, but also from other fields. There are some conditions, it has to be a certain duration and things like this. But this is very interesting. If you don't know this program, please have a look on the website. This is administrated by the Goethe Institut, Culture Moves Europe. So it is not at all meant to be a program from the Goethe Institute, but it's our agency in Brussels, I think, who is administrating this program. It's a little bit like an Erasmus for artists, for smaller and short duration, but there are some conditions to be fulfilled, so please feel free to have a look to this. So we go on, please. Yes, we have what we call the International Co-Production Fund, and I think there will be a new call. There will be a new call next year. This means that if you work closely together and co-produce with a German company a project, you can ask money from this co-production funds. You find always, and I will later on give you also the website naturally, you'll find always the address, the internet address where you find information about this co-production funds. Next application is certainly possible beginning next year, and the important thing is that you have two. That means for you one partner from Romania, one partner from Germany, co-producing. Okay. We have also a program which is called Shadowing Program for Young Theatre Professionals from abroad. It means that theatres in Germany can invite young theatre professionals from abroad to have a kind of an internship. 1 week, for 2 weeks, for months, in the framework of a co-production. So this has to be done by the theatres by themselves, but maybe if you're in contact with them, this could be interesting for you. We have also a program which is called Support for Newcomer Talents. Yeah? This is meant to be for Germans, so for Germans, newcomers willing to go abroad. For some weeks, and it is, as you see, a little bit the opposite of the program we just presented a little bit earlier for the young professional from abroad. This is for young professional and newcomer talents in Germany who can go abroad. In this case, for instance, if you want to invite somebody, this person can ask funding from the Goethe Institute in Germany, and then the travel cost and the accommodation is normally covered. We have also a program which is called Guest Performances in Germany. This is, we provide funding for ensembles from development and transition countries, and luckily the Republic of Moldova and Romania are still part of the transition countries, even though you are in the European Union. Next, I'm going very quickly, but I know there are still our Austrian and French friends who really to present programs. If you want to have any information, feel free also to send me an email to ask more details about the different programs. So we have also a program which is called Artistic Research Abroad. Are you planning an international project and wish to make the key context abroad? This is, as you can see, again for German, but luckily, you know, we have also in Germany many Romanians and also many people coming from other countries. So our idea or our definition for what is a German artist is if he or she is part of the German scene. So even though, let's say, you have a Romanian partner living in Berlin for 4 or 5 years, he or she is naturally considered as a German artist. So this is often also an opportunity for American, French, and other ones to use. Yes, then we have the International Forum at the Theatertreffen, which might you know, Theatertreffen, most famous theater meeting in Germany, and then one can participate at the International Forum. There's also a kind of, how to say, a kind of seminar where one can participate. And the next one is an international program, also it's an mentoring program with the Prince Cloud Funds from the Netherlands, and this is meant for people who are working and who have projects about sustainability or ecological issues, climate crisis, and so on. Last but not least, we have the French-German Cultural Fund. This is a special fund which exists since 2003 and was one of this project that France and Germany had the opportunity of one of the celebration of this treaty from Élysée. And the idea was to create together a fund where projects not in Germany and not in France, but in all other countries can take place, which includes local partners and Germans and French. So for now, for instance, we have tomorrow the deadline for the project of this year, and we will submit a project which is about theater. Theater professionals, young theater professionals in professions which are neglected, scenography and others, and we work together with our French and our Romanian friends about it. So, but for next year, if you have any ideas, any things you want to promote, please feel free. Still, another one is also, this is regular public, we have a Ukraine support program, there's a matching portal. This is, I hope it will be also published next year. This is also local and German and also Romanian, in this case, project about Ukraine. As Laura said a bit earlier, for instance, also we will have beginning of December in this space here, we will have a festival which is called International Literature Festival of Odessa, which is now taking place in Romania because, as you can imagine, it can not this year take place in Odessa. And this is funded partly also by EUNIC in framework of special Ukraine fund. And another one is a stabilization fund for culture and education. This is more in the field of education, less in the field of performance. And for more details, you will see on our website www.goethe.de. You find in German and naturally also in English all the different informations. And as I said a little bit earlier, there are also the possibility to contact us directly from the Goethe Institut in Bucharest. Last but not least, again, another one is residencies worldwide. We have different residencies programs which we are funding in different countries, but this is depending on local cooperation. So basically for now, currently in Romania, we don't have an art residence, but in many other countries we have, and it could be also a possibility to develop such a partnership around these residencies.